Hey Pitmasters, what is up? Today we're going to be grilling the best part of pork. Normally I would say we fire up the grill, but for now we'll hold off on that part because our gas grill is up to temperature real quick. We're going to start with pickling some onions. So we'll slice these onions into rings. And for this recipe we don't need too many, but the fun thing is that you can always save these. To that we're going to add some apple cider vinegar. The amount doesn't really matter as long as all of the onions touch the apple cider vinegar. So we'll add around a tablespoon of sugar to that. I'm using raw cane sugar, and also a tablespoon of salt. And the salt will draw out the moisture from the onion rings, so that will turn them soft, together with the fresh acidity from the apple cider. Let's just mix that up. So the next thing that we're going to do is cook up some noodles. These are Chinese noodles. Break them up a bit. We added a little bit of water to our noodles, and now we are going to turn on our side burner. There we go. We're waiting for it to be fully cooked. In the meantime, we are going to prepare the rest of our ingredients. We'll chop fine one shallot. We're also going to chop fine some garlic. And in this case, I'm using smoked garlic, which is just going to add a little bit of flavor. And now we need some ginger. I actually don't want too much ginger, so I'm just taking a small piece of that. I'm using a small terracotta pot here to create our sauce in. We're also going to put this over direct heat. This is okay if it's a lower heat, so we're just going to slowly let this come up to temperature. We're going to add a little bit of sunflower oil to the terracotta pot. We just need a little bit just to fry our onion, our garlic and our ginger. The noodles are done, so we're taking them off the grill. Strain them off. There we go. In our empty pan we're going to put some sunflower oil. I'm going to need it for frying, so you definitely want a bit more than usual. And what we're also going to do ahead of time, we're going to put in this ring. This will help to keep the shape of the noodles. Now let's put this over heat, let it come up to temperature. While our oil is coming up to temperature, we want to check on our little pan that we set over direct heat here. And it's probably now on the right temperature to start frying our onion and our garlic. But just to be sure, we're going to drop one in just to see if it's okay. So we can see the temperature is okay. Now we can put it all in, as well as the garlic and the ginger. Our onions and garlic are frying. We just want them to become soft and redistribute the flavor. Our onion, garlic and ginger are turning soft. Time to add some ketchup mayonnaise. Ketchup mayonnaise is a sweet version of soy sauce, and we want to add around 6 tablespoons of that. We're also going to add some ketchup. That's around 4 tablespoons. Now we also want to check on the oil in our pan for frying our noodles. So it starts frying instantly. That's when you know when the temperature is right. So now we're going to put our noodles into the oil. We want to make sure that we have some loose structured noodles, so we get all kinds of funny shapes. Don't put too much in, it needs a little room. We want to get these noodles out before they start burning, so we got to keep our eye on them. You can see when the oil starts bubbling, there's no more water in the noodle. That means they're ready, so we're taking them out. Look at that. Beautiful oil fried noodles. Now of course this is a barbecue recipe, so we gotta add a little bit of our Superlicious barbecue rub. Sprinkle that on top, shake it up. The other side as well. Well, our sauce is done. Look at the caramelization that we got going on there. It's just bubbling away, and most of that part is sugar. So we got a really nice sweet sauce, which we're just gonna slide over to a more indirect heat. Now I've got 2 of these burners going. I'm just gonna hit the 3rd one. So this is going to be our hot area. This is the point where we're going to start grilling our Iberico Secreto. This is, to me, the best part of pork. Definitely. And you gotta go for the Iberico Secreto. I've had them from other pork, but you know, there's just no beating Iberico. So I recommend getting that. Look at how gorgeous they are. There's a lot of fat on them and they can go straight on the grill. But before we do that, we're just gonna add a little bit of Superlicious barbecue rub. Now normally I wouldn't put on a barbecue rub when grilling meat, but there's a lot of fat on there. We're going to put them on a lower direct heat, so we're kind of like roasting them. Not too much either. Look at that. And they're ready to go on the grill. So we're just gonna put them on here. There we go. 1 and 2. And again, we gotta keep our eye on that. That's gonna take around 2 minutes on each side and they're done. Now we're gonna flip them over. Now we're just getting that little bit of char. That's all we need. We just need a little bit of caramelization and a little bit of char, and this is going to be done. Now, as an addition to this recipe, we're also going to put some bacon on the grill and crispen that up. We don't need them to look perfect, we just want to crispen them. And when they're crispy and crunchy, we're just going to slice them up. In the meantime, we got to keep checking on our Iberico Secreto, make sure it doesn't burn. Maybe switch them around. There we go. You see that fat is rendering off. It's going to provide us with a lot of flavor. That's why I love the Iberico Secreto so much. It's just a great cut of pork. Time to get our Iberico Secreto off the grill. Boy, they already smell fantastic. Wow. Now we gotta let this piece of meat rest. Definitely around 5 minutes or so. Just give it a little time to relax. When the bacon is rendered down, we're gonna put it on a cooling rack to crispen up. Let's do a quick taste test on the Iberico Secreto. Oh man. That is just so delicious. Now I want to talk about why this is such a great cut of meat. It is crispy, it is juicy when it comes out, and it's just like skirt steak on a beef. It's not skirt steak where it comes from, you know, it's somewhere around the armpits of the pig, behind the shoulder. But the cut is so fantastic because there's so much flavor in there. It's just insane. You just want to use it. When you had it once, you can't stop eating it. We'll slice into this, plate it up, and then we're going to eat some more. Now we'll get a plate like this, a good looking plate. We'll put our crispy fried noodles on top. And we want to put on our pickled onions. But look at that, they change color, they become nice and red. What the pickled onion does is like balance out the fat that's in that pork. Together with that apple flavor of the apple cider vinegar, it's fantastic. We'll just square up this pork, make it look really good. And then put that on. Now we'll put on some of that sweet sauce that we made. We'll crispen up some of the bacon. It's already super crispy. Just for that little extra added flavor. Well, it looks good and I know it tastes good, but let's do the taste test anyway. One bite, there we go. That's just fantastic. Well, Iberico Presa is definitely one of the best cuts of pork that you can get. If you can get your hands on one, give it a try and try out this recipe because it's really, really good. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and a comment down below. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's sponsoring us on Patreon as well as on YouTube. So see you guys next time. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.